90. The beat goes on. Roundtable with Mike Reed.
Radio 1 FM.
Yes, here we are. Roundtable tonight. Ooh.
With the Rocket Record Company ashtray. All you have to do for this, we're going to think of different things for you to do, is phone us on 071 637 4343 and tell me what was the title of the first record I played on today's program. All right, the title of the first record I played on the program today, the first person to tell me that. Whack, whack, oops. It wasn't the right answer, but...
Rock Show has been at the cutting edge of the UK rock scene, showcasing new bands and highlighting classic music. On Friday, the 16th of November, I'd like to present the definitive UK rock chart. Now, to achieve this, I need to know your 3 favorite rock tracks of all time. This way, using the massive 1FM computer, the compilation can take place. Let me know what you consider to be the 3 best rock tracks ever recorded. Send them to Birthday, The Friday Rock Show, Radio 1FM, London W1A4WW. Birthday, The Friday Rock Show, Radio 1FM, London W1A4WW. Then, using your input, on November 16th, between 10 o'clock and midnight, you will hear the greatest rock chart in the history of UK radio.
Radio 1 weather.
Well, temperature-wise over the UK tonight, it looks like this. In Glasgow, 3 degrees Celsius. In Belfast, 4. Manchester, 1. Norwich, 2. Birmingham, 0. Going to be cold there. Cardiff, 4. London, 2. And Plymouth, 4 degrees Celsius. And patchy fog and frost is likely over England tonight. But bright spells should develop by tomorrow, and remaining areas will be rather cloudy.
Radio 1 FM. Music radio for the 90s. Radio 1 FM.
Come on, please, that's the last bell. Ain't you got homes to go to? Ladies and gentlemen, we're past time. It's nearly 5:30. Can you finish up listening to this record, please? Can we make a move now, please? We've got the news coming up. Do your talking while you're walking. Come on, it's time, ladies and gentlemen.
The preceding feature, Steve Wright in the Afternoon, is protected under copyright 1990.
News 90 with Sybil Roscoe and Alan Robb. News 90. The beat goes on.
Nighttime am a falling, everything is still, and the moon am a shining from above. Cupid am a calling, every Jack and Jill, it's just about the time for making love.
Jackie Bramble.
While you were listening, questions. Name the game I played during our feature on computer games. Name the game that I played during our feature on computer games. And if you're one of our first 2 cards that we draw out of the hat next Wednesday on the show, you win a Commodore C64 game system with 4 games and including all the console and controller and the cartridge, etc., blah, blah, blah. So if you want to win that stuff, you need to send your card to Mark Goodier, Computer Games Quiz, Evening Session, BBC Radio 1, London W184WW. We've got 2 of those prizes at stake. Name the game I played during our feature on computer games. Mark Goodier, Computer Games Quiz, Evening Session, BBC Radio 1, London W1A4WW, and listen next Wednesday to this show to find out if you're a winner.
Check out Mark Goodyear's Evening Session, Monday, 7:30, 1FM, right?
I guess the only thing for me to do is get the first bus out of town fast.
Christmas 1990 on 1.
Gary Davies.
Gary Davies.
The Bit in the Middle with Gary Davies.
It's the first one of 1991.
Selection coming live and direct from the world-famous studios of 1FM. This is Pete Tong, your host for the proceedings as we crank up 2.5 hours of the hot stuff. 91. Evenings on 1. It's serious.
Radio 1 FM.
1FM, sounding bigger and better than ever in 1991. And it's now with you in Guildford.
2 million watts of music power. Radio 1 FM. BBC Radio 1
Jake's 7. Ta-ta, everybody. Take good care, and thank you for listening.
Music Radio 1 FM.
1991.
The preceding radio feature, Steve Wright in the Afternoon, is protected under BBC copyright 1991.
Goes on into the 90s. News 91 on 1FM. Sybil Roscoe and Alan Robb report. News 91, exclusive to 1FM.
Night time am a-falling, everything is still, and the moon am a-shining from above. Cupid am a-calling, every Jack and Jill, it's just about the time for making love.
Jackie Bramble.
Europe's #1 station, BBC Radio 1.
She's beautiful. She's smart. She's a fighting hellcat. She's dynamite.
Jackie Brambles.
Yeah.
Radio 1.
Radio 1 will keep you in touch with all the news. News updates every 30 minutes, extra newsbeat bulletins over the weekend, and news flashes as and when there is anything to report. Radio 1, the only station to bring you all the news as it happens. Stay tuned.
Broadcasting around the clock. This is 1FM.
That man again.
Mark Goodier.
Mark Goodier.
Mark Goodier. Mark Goodier on Radio 1.
Radio 1 Newsbeat.
At 12:30, the Allies plan the next stage of the Gulf campaign.
Having gained air superiority, they now want to exploit it by destroying the army on the ground.
How the RAF tracks down the Scuds.
It was a very, very dark night, probably one of the darkest nights I've flown on. And suddenly, when we got into enemy territory and saw perhaps just a few Bedouin tents flashing by, they're obviously down very low and going very fast.
And the hostages in Beirut, will the war prolong their ordeal?
Their conditions of captivity, which are pretty disgusting, may get worse. Their lives may be threatened.
Newsbeat with Ian Parkinson.
The pattern...
Maggie?
Roundtable with Mike Reed.
Radio 1 FM.
I guess the only thing for me to do is get the first bus out of town fast.
News update.
In the newsroom, Jilly Parton.